I don't want to see you.
You know what? I don't want to see you either. But he does.
Starr. Honey, are you all right?
You know, I really wish everyone would quit asking me that.
We keep asking you that because we're worried about you, and I guess that's about all we can think of to say. Losing a child is about the toughest thing anybody can go through. And you're a child yourself. Honey, if I could do anything to spare you even a moment of this pain, I would.
He's in prison in Colombia for murdering his first wife.
That's complicated.
It's more than that. He's been threatening Vanessa and her stepdaughter.
And we came here to get away from him. Turns out the bastard was right here in my view.
Vanessa, I'm not sure you need to get into that.
So it's not just a green card issue. It's because I shot him, my husband, at the airport. And he almost died.
That is complicated, isn't it?
Sorry. It's a great idea, Blair. I don't think you should be seeing me like this, do you?
Oh, well, that's something we both agree on, Todd. But your son is confused and in a lot of pain. He doesn't understand why his father's behind bars. And I thought, well, you know what? You would be the best person to explain it to him. Start talking, Todd.
How am I supposed to answer this?
You're on your own, pal.
The truth is, Jack, that I hurt Marty when we were both in college.
Did you hit her or something?
Well, I was drunk, and I did get violent. And the thing now is that she's had an accident, you see, and she can't remember anything, especially things like what I did to her back in college.
So she thought that you were just a dad when she was staying at your house?
She thought I was her friend.
And you weren't?
Well, I didn't act like a friend, no. I lied to her a lot.
Like how?
I didn't tell her she had a son. I should have told Marty about Cole. She had a son. And I should have told her about me, about who I was.
Why didn't you?
I had this crazy notion that I could start over. But, it was, it was crazy. It was nuts. And it was wrong. But that's why I kept quiet. As I told you before, Marty was in this accident, and she couldn't remember that I had been mean to her. And I didn't like the person I was back then, and she made me feel, she made me feel like who I was now was good. And as much as I told myself that I was helping her, what I did wasn't right.
If she didn't find out who you were you gonna stay with her forever?
I wanted to.
So you wouldn't even see me, Starr, or Sam?
It was worse than that. I was gonna leave without telling you.
He claims that he's only in prison because Vanessa put Lola up to testifying against him.
And now he wants us both dead. And if he doesn't do it, he's gonna find somebody else to.
So you've been living in a state of constant fear.
Well, finally I couldn't take it, so I filed for divorce, and I went down to the prison to tell him.
I can't imagine that would help the situation.
I wasn't exactly thinking. I just wanted to end it. You know, look in his eyes and tell him it was over.
And that's when she found me.
Why?
Well, It's a long story, but I was in that prison under the name Cramer-Montez.
Okay, and then?
Then Vanessa got me out. Probably saved my life.
Well, now you're obligated to save hers.
Well, I wouldn't call it an obligation. It's what's right.
So what happened with the divorce papers?
Well, once I knew that Ray was out, divorce was the last thing on my mind. We left Colombia as soon as possible, and we never looked back.
So you may, in fact, not be married.
Well, I don't know. How would I find that out from here?
Let me take care of it.
Do you love Cole's mom more than me?
It's a fair question, Todd.
No. You're my son.
So why would you leave with her?
Because your mom wouldn't let me see you. And that was killing me. I screwed up, and I went a little crazy. And after everything that happened with Sam and with your sister, I just lost it after that. And I was a bad father. And a bad husband. And I didn't like myself particularly for that. But also, I was trying to do what was right for you. I thought that maybe if I went away and started over, that I could become the kind of father that you'd be proud of. And maybe then we could all be together.
How?
Yeah. How was that going to work for you, Todd?
I don't know.
Do you still want to go away with her?
It doesn't matter either way. It won't happen.
'Cause you're in here.
Even if I wasn't in here, it wouldn't happen. Marty and I are over. This should have never happened in the first place.
Are you getting out soon?
It doesn't seem likely, Jack.
He's been in jail before, and he always gets out.
Yeah, well, it's up for the courts to decide this one. But your father has done some things that he needs to pay for. Okay? So it seems like he might be away for a very, very long time.
You accusing me of setting my husband up for murder?
No, I'm asking.
Taylor.
I'm a lawyer. We ask questions.
Listen, Ray killed his first wife. He knows it, Lola knows it, and I know it.
Okay, got it. Now, back to the matter at hand.
Right. So, if Vanessa's divorce is confirmed, then this marriage thing could work, right?
It might. I mean, since 9/11, things have got a lot stricter. And immigration was onto this scam way before that. This has to look like a real marriage. Vanessa needs to really know her husband. We're talking about the color of his toothbrush, whether he wears boxers or tighty whities, how he likes his eggs cooked. I don't know, honeymoon photos help. It takes a lot of work, but it is possible.
Is this even legal?
I would never suggest anything illegal, Christian. You know that. I'm just informing you as to the law. Listen, if Vanessa really wants to have no trouble with immigration, then she should marry for love. They'll buy that a lot sooner. And the sooner she does that,